In the middle of the open ocean, giant stone pillars drift in the current. They don't move. They don't breathe. They look like a graveyard of monuments, but they're alive. These are sperm whales. And while they look peaceful now, they are the most successful executioners the Earth has ever seen. To understand the scale of this animal, stop thinking about whales and start thinking about heavy machinery. A single male can stretch 60 feet and weigh 50 tons. Imagine a parking lot with 30 cars now, crush them all into one living, breathing body. That is the mass we're dealing with. But being big isn't their secret. The blue whale is bigger, yet it spends its life filtering tiny shrimp. The sperm whale is different. It is an active, tactical predator. Even orcas, the so-called killer whales, will look at a mature sperm whale and decide it's not worth the fight. They are simply outclassed. But why does the loudest, heaviest predator on Earth spend most of its time disappearing into a place where it should, by all laws of physics, be crushed to death? Most life on Earth is trapped in the light. If a human or a blue whale tries to dive too deep, their lungs would pop like balloons under the weight of the ocean. At 10,000 feet down, the pressure is 3,000 pounds per square inch. It's like having an elephant stand on every single thumb-sized patch of your body. But the sperm whale cheats. Instead of fighting the pressure, they embrace it. Their ribcage is foldable. They allow the weight of the ocean to literally collapse their lungs flat. To us, that's a fatal injury. To them, it's just how they get to work. They don't carry air in their lungs. They store oxygen directly in their muscles and blood using a protein called myoglobin. They are biological batteries, capable of holding their breath for over 90 minutes while they hunt in the void. But in a world of total darkness, how do you find a needle in a haystack, especially when that needle has 40-foot tentacles and a beak that can snap bone? The sperm whale's face is the most powerful sensory tool in the animal kingdom. Inside that massive forehead is the spermaceti organ, thousands of gallons of oil used to focus sound into a beam. When they hunt, they emit clicks. But these aren't just sounds. They reach 230 decibels. To put that in perspective, a jet engine is 150 decibels. 180 decibels will rupture a human lung. At 230, the sound is so intense it could literally vibrate a human body to pieces. It's an acoustic searchlight. The sound waves hit a target and bounce back, giving the whale a 4D high-definition map of the dark. A giant squid can be perfectly camouflaged, frozen in the shadows, but to a sperm whale, it might as well be standing under a spotlight. Scientists even believe they use this sound as a weapon, narrowing the beam to flashbang their prey, paralyzing them with pure energy before they even take a bite. We know these battles happen because the whales carry the receipts. Nearly every adult is covered in battle scars, perfectly circular welts carved by the serrated suction cups of giant and colossal squids. These are the krakens of myth, monsters with rotating hooks and razor-sharp beaks. For any other creature, this is a nightmare. For the sperm whale, it's just lunch. Inside their stomachs, scientists have found biological graveyards up to 18,000 indigestible squid beaks in a single whale. The most terrifying monsters of the deep aren't the kings of their domain. They are a harvestable crop for a mammal that decided millions of years ago that the dark wasn't something to fear. This dominance has changed the DNA of the ocean. It's called evolutionary memory. For 20 million years, every species in the deep has lived in a state of acoustic paranoia. When a sperm whale starts clicking, the ocean goes silent. Even orcas have been observed cutting their own vocalizations to avoid being detected by a large bull. They know that a single flick of that 50-ton tail is a death sentence. The sperm whale has no rivals. It has no peers. It has turned the most hostile environment on our planet into its personal, guarded pantry. So the next time you see them drifting at the surface, looking like harmless, floating stones, remember what lies beneath. They aren't just drifting. They are waiting for the sun to go down so they can return to the void where they reign supreme. In the deep, there is only one rule. If you can hear the click, it's already too late. Would you like me to create a similar script for the colossal squid to show the other side of this ancient war?